So yesterday, we finally saw a stress-free Eagles win. It's been a long time. That was the most convincing Eagles victory going all the way back to the 2022 season. And since that Super Bowl run, a lot of these Eagles games, almost all of them, have been very frustrating, very stressful. But on today's show, it's a Victory Monday, and we have a lot to celebrate and discuss as the Eagles cruise past the New York Giants 28-3 in Saquon Barkley's return to MetLife Stadium. Before we talk some Eagles football, let's reach our goal today. This is the largest independently run Eagles channel right here on YouTube. And as you can see with these digits here to my right, we're 140 people away from 88,000 subscribers. So if you want Eagles content and shows every single day year-round that are insightful, informative, entertaining, thought-provoking, where you have a voice, hit that subscribe button. Let's reach our goal, and let's talk some birds. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend and your weeks are off to a great start. We're always in a better mood when we wake up after an Eagles win. This is Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you, and today's show is made possible thanks to our friends at Roan. I love their menswear. I'm wearing their commuter polo right now. I can wear this on air. I can wear it on a date. If I'm getting some drinks with the Chat Sports homies, I can wear it on the golf course. And what comes to mind when I think about Roan products? High quality, very comfortable, versatility, plenty of different options for your wardrobe. You want a dress shirt? Check that box. You want a polo like this one? You can rock this shirt any time of the year for any type of occasion. And I also love the fabric that they use. It's stretchable. It's breathable. I don't need a bunch of patterns on my shirts. Sometimes simple is better. And if you want some dress shirts to wear under a suit, untucked or tucked, because you're trying to look fresh, Roan is your answer. And for the Bird Gang and all of our loyal real ones who tune into this program, we have a phenomenal deal for all of you. You can get 20% off your order at roan.com/chatsports and use the code CHATSPORTS. I haven't even talked about their pants and their shorts yet. Fall is here. Temperatures are going to change. So if you want some nice pants or some shorts, Roan has you covered there as well. And why I love their products, to summarize everything: high-quality men's clothing, breathable, stretchable fabric. No need to go to the dry cleaner because of their wrinkle-release technology. Look at how clean this shirt is. Anti-odor technology because you don't want to be stinking up the joint, and they have everything that you need for your swag level to increase. Dress shirts, polos, pants, and shorts. So one more time, 20% off your order, roan.com/chatsports, CHATSPORTS. Use that code at checkout and tell Roan that Eagles Now sent you. All right, what a performance yesterday from Eagles running back Saquon Barkley. He has been the MVP of this Eagles offense alongside A.J. Brown, and yesterday against his former team, one of the best games of his career. And it was beautiful to see how the boos were coming out from Giants fans at MetLife Stadium. Saquon Barkley was walking to the stadium in the morning. He saw Giants fans burning his jersey after he spent 6 years with that team. After they drafted him out of Penn State, they called him a traitor for taking more money from Philadelphia, when in reality, Howie Roseman was willing to invest in Saquon. The Giants were not. And what did Saquon do? Ran wild against the G-men. 17 carries, a $176, a touchdown, along a 55, yards per carry at 10.4. He bulldozed and truck-sticked defenders like we were playing Madden back in the day. He showed quickness. He had more than 90 yards over expected, meaning he wasn't expected to pull off those big chunks. Yet with the vision, with the explosiveness, with the power, with the getaway speed, he was able to do that. And this has been the story for Saquon all year. He has 658 rushing yards through 6 games. That is the most of any running back in Eagles franchise history. And this is an organization that has had some great running backs, from Wilbert Montgomery to Deuce Staley, Brian Westbrook, LaShawn McCoy, and it's Saquon, who in his first 6 games has made history with this organization. And what a guy he is as well. Nick Sirianni said this after the game, And this is why I just never understood the hate from Giants fans, but keep in mind that the word fan is short for fanatic. They hate Saquon, when in reality the Giants didn't want to pay him. The Eagles were willing to do that. We saw it documented on Hard Knocks, but he's also a team player. Nick Sirianni approached Saquon as he was just dominating the Giants and said, Saquon, just got this word from the box that you're 13 yards shy of a career high. You want to stay in this game? Saquon said, nah, I'll sit, let the other guys eat. Culture is really important. Saquon is a part of that culture, and on the field, our eyes tell us, the numbers show, he's a special one-of-one player. And how about what I said in the lead-up to the season? Saquon Barkley can have a Christian McCaffrey-like impact where he can be in the running as the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. It's another dub for your boy. If you love seeing Saquon stick it to New York City, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video, and I want you to spam his number in 26. Next up, let's talk about the aforementioned Nick Sirianni. And let's have a conversation about the Eagles head coach here. Against the Giants, that was a great Nick Sirianni game. Let's give credit where credit is due. He responded to the heat, and his seat was hot. The sports talk radio airwaves were on fire last week, even after a win against the Cleveland Browns. We talked about Nick Sirianni's job status here on this program, but the Eagles responded in a big way to their head coach, and Nick Sirianni coached a great game against the Giants. And I'll always give credit where credit is due. I love the game plan first and foremost. The Eagles were without their starting left tackle and a great blocking tight end, Jordan Mailata, Dallas Goedert. The New York Giants were number one in the NFL in sacks and sack percentage, had one of the top pass rushes in the National Football League. What did the Eagles do? They ran it on the ground very successfully. Led by Saquon Barkley and Kenneth Gainwell, the Eagles ran for about 250 yards. I love the decision-making on a couple of critical downs throughout that ball game as well. 4th and 3, just past midfield. Ball at the 41-yard line. Nick Sirianni decides to go for it. Jaylen Herz, pressure in his face, delivers a dime in stride to A.J. Brown. Later in the game, 4th and 2, Jaylen Herz looks around the field. Nobody's open. He decides to run it. Picks up the first down conversion on that big 4th and 2. Few plays later, Eagles score a touchdown to extend their lead. Nick Sirianni had said that was our best week of practice that we had had this year. It was very crisp. It resulted in the best win of the season for Philadelphia, and you could tell the players were bought into what he was preaching. The vibes were stabilized. This was the Eagles' most convincing win since the 2022 season, and on the sideline, we saw something that we haven't seen in a long time. Players, coaches, everybody was smiling. Everybody was loose. Everybody was having fun. And hopefully that Browns win out of the bye week, overcoming some adversity, Nick Sirianni having to deal with the aftermath of the ugliness of that ball game, served as the launching pad for the rest of the 2024 season, because against the Giants, we saw what this team is capable of when they play their best football on both sides of the rock. I also love the wrinkle that we saw. Fullback? How about Ben Van Sumeren lining up as a fullback, a wham block, which led to a huge play for Saquon Barkley. And then to that second level, also in that ball game yesterday, laid a huge block, which led to another big Saquon Barkley run. Throughout the course of a season, you were always looking for creativity, wrinkles, and adjustments. We've never seen a fullback really under Nick Sirianni, regardless of whose offense it is. His, Shane Steichen, Kellen Moore, Brian Johnson, but to see Ben Van Sumeren, a special teams linebacker, lining up at fullback and handling his duties with flying colors, that was awesome to see. Next, is this Eagles defense legit? In back-to-back games, they have completely throttled their opponents in the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Philadelphia, led by Vic Fangio, has given up 12 points combined the last two outings. They've surrendered just 4 field goals. They haven't given up a touchdown. They've compiled 13 sacks the last 2 games, 5 against Cleveland, 8 against New York, and against the Giants, they gave up 119 total yards and 2.2 yards per play. It has been great to see this Eagles pass rush come alive, led by some marquee young players. Nakobe Dean with 2 sacks against the Giants. Jalen Carter with 2. Nolan Smith getting better every week with 1. Bryce Huff, his first full sack as an Eagle. Josh Sweat, second sack in as many games. Jalen Hunt, another rookie with the sack. When you see your young players making strides, that is a great sign. And Nick Sirianni said after the game, are we starting to click on all cylinders? He said that to his team during his victory speech in the locker room. Last 2 weeks, it points to the Eagles starting to find a groove. What we're seeing from this defensive line, very positive momentum here. I love what I'm seeing from Nolan Smith. You drafted him in the first round 2 years ago. He has 2 sacks in 2 games. His hustle, his energy, his relentless pursuit, him being able to stop the run, stop the pass, get after the quarterback is awesome to see. And he's been working in tandem with Jalen Carter, who he played alongside at Georgia. And you start to see that connection brewing and starting to grow a little bit. We haven't seen a lot from Jordan Davis the last couple of weeks. That's okay. Milton Williams, Moro Ajomo, Thomas Booker, 3 other young players also cooking for the Birds right now. And Bryce Huff, hello. Eagles have made the adjustment to allow him to rush the passer in a 4-point stance, 1.5 sacks the last 2 games. This is why quarterback Jaylen Herz is having success right now for the Eagles, leading Philadelphia to 2 consecutive wins. Because for the second straight game, Jaylen Herz played a clean brand of football and did not turn the ball over. And we're starting to see a lot of strides made for Hertz as far as his decision-making and holding onto the football and not giving it away to the opponent. Against the Browns, he was 16 of 25, 264 yards, a quarterback rating of 126.1, yards per attempt at 10.6, 2 total touchdowns, a couple of dimes downfield to A.J. Brown in that game. And against the Giants, Eagles didn't have their left tackle or their tight end, so they went with the run-heavy approach, and it worked. And Hertz, he was efficient, 10 of 14, 114 yards, a quarterback rating of 119.3, yards per attempt at 8.1, and 3 total touchdowns. So in back-to-back Eagles wins, Hertz has had 5 total touchdowns and 0 giveaways. And keep in mind that the game plan was the game plan because Jordan Mailata and Dallas Goedert, 2 critical components to the Eagles' blocking attack, were not playing. That's why the Eagles ran, and they ran it successfully against one of the top defenses in the NFL. And it's crazy how good the Eagles are when Jalen Hertz does not turn the football over compared to how bad they are when he does give it away. The Eagles are 19-5 since 2021 and 13-2 since 2022 when Hertz does not give the ball to the opposition. Translation, you take care of the rock, you win, and the Eagles are very difficult to beat. It's also great to see giant dominance for this Eagles team. Philadelphia, over their last 34 games against their division rival, 27-7. And you saw between Philadelphia and the Giants, there are levels to this. And in a year in which we have seen the Philadelphia 76ers lose in the first round to the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia Phillies lose in the NLDS to the New York Mets, it's great to see that the Eagles are continuing just their throttling attack of the New York Giants. It was a sunny day at MetLife Stadium, a very rare sunny day in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and the sun was shining for the Birds, and it's always sunny in Philadelphia. If you're still rocking with us, give me a real one down below. We'll be back later on this Victory Monday with another Eagles show, so we'll see you in a bit.